So, have you ever found yourself just swamped with tasks not knowing where to start? I've been there more times than I can count, but here's what I've learned. Lists are something that can bring order to the chaos, and today I want to take you through the discovery of how lists, something mundane that you can use for grocery and daily chores, can actually be liberating. And after watching this video, I hope it will feel like uncovering a hidden tool that was there all along. So let's explore this together, shall we? You know how crazy life can be, right? We've got work tasks, personal chores, social commitments, and the list goes on. No pun intended, but when it all piles up, it's easy to feel like you are sinking. And that's where lists come to the rescue. They help us focus, and instead of stressing about remember every little thing, we can put it down on a paper or in an app. Lists work like a mini roadmap, keeping us on track and helping us prioritize what really matters. While there is no right or wrong when making lists, they can be a bit tricky. Remember those times when you make a list so long it felt impossible to complete? When you wrote down those promises like get in shape, they are tough because they are not specific. They are too vague. The key is finding a balance that works for you, turning those big fuzzy ideas into clear actionable steps. So here are 3 common mistakes that we should avoid when making effective lists. The first mistake is overloading your list. A long list can actually demotivate you instead of helping you, and I bet you've been through this already, so keep it short and sweet. The second mistake is being too vague. You saw that coming, right? Because when your tasks aren't clear enough, you end up procrastinating because when you look at the item in your list, you know that you have to think more about it. The third mistake is ignoring deadlines. Without a time frame, a task is just a wish, right? And unconsciously, you will think that you can keep postponing that task forever. Alright, I hope you're considering write lists more often now, but how do we make them work for you? Let's go over some quick tips. First up, use action words. Instead of writing dentist, write book dentist for next Tuesday. Make it very clear what you have to do. Next, prioritize tasks. Pick the most urgent ones and tackle those first. Third tip, use categories. Group related tasks together for easier handling. Fourth tip is keep it accessible. Whether it's a sticky note on your fridge or a list making app on your phone, make sure your list is somewhere you will see it regularly. The fifth tip is review and adjust. At the end of the day or week, go through your list and make adjustments for what's coming up. So why do lists feel so satisfying? Let's geek out a bit on the science behind it. First off, lists combat overwhelm. Our brains can only handle so much information at once. When you jot things down, you're essentially freeing up cognitive space so you can focus better. Lists also help with something called Zeigarnik effect. I hope I'm saying this name right. Have you noticed those unfinished tasks keeping popping up into your head? Well, that's your brain reminding you to complete them. This is the Zeigarnik effect. It refers to a tendency to remember incomplete or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. Writing these tasks down essentially tells your brain, hey, I got this. And let's not forget about dopamine. When small goals are achieved, the brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation. This release encourages the repetition of successful actions, making the accomplishment of small goals, as small as they are, an effective way to stay motivated during long-term projects. But hey, lists aren't just about getting stuff done. They can also be a tool of thoughtful reflection, because the simple act of writing things down can help you think critically what needs to be done first. So it's all about clarity and intention. So let me just take this portion of this video to tell you something that I've been cooking up. I've been developing one app that integrates with Notion to perform some automations. Imagine you are in Notion, you're jotting down your to-do list, so you create a page, you add the today's date as the title of the page, you move your page to a specific database you have. It's several steps, right? And the goal of my app is to perform such chaining of actions with a single tap. You can create your own recipe and go back to your Notion afterwards to focus on what really matters. Notion is already an excellent app, and I think I can improve it a little bit with some tweaks. Got a waitlist going? The link will be here down in the description. Feel free to sign up for that and be among the first to try it out. And I can't wait for you all to try it out. Don't miss it. So now let's talk about some tools that can help you write effective lists. First up, good old pen and paper. You can beat the classics, right? Easy to use, no batteries required. It gives you that extra feeling when you're writing things down. Next, smartphone, folks. You can use any app that's tailored for creating lists. For example, Todoist is a great choice if you want to keep it synced across platforms. Don't overlook Things3 or even Notes by Apple, because these apps are sleek, user-friendly, and fast. For those who want something more powerful, Notion is your go-to. Think of it as a Swiss Army knife of list making. Alright folks, so we dove into why lists are so freeing, we talked about common mistakes to avoid, we even threw some nice tips for effective list making. If you got any value from this video, you know the drill, smash the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for tips about productivity and tech. For those who want to try it out by app, make sure to click on the link in the description, join the waitlist. And as always, thank you for watching, and I see you on the next video.